going on here. Hi, everybody. So I am currently live on YouTube right now, and I'm so excited to do this live. So today I'm going to be talking about, oh my goodness, I'm a little hot. A little sweaty here. You can't really see it here to those who are watching like the recording, you can't really see my my skin right now, I don't think. I'm sweating like crazy, but if you're on the live right now, you can see how bad I'm sweating. But anyway, today is gonna be about a great topic that I'm so lucky that I thought about. It's called Don't Hold Back on Your Dreams. And I say that because today I I had a shorter work day today, and I kind of got off. Well, I got off at 12:30 today. So today was a short day at work. And after I got off, I thought about it and I said, "Ooh, I ought to check on my formatter." So if you don't know by now, so let me kind of just tell you what's going on. So I'm coming out with my new book this year, and it's going to be released on Mother's Day. And I'm so excited about it. And I started getting everything ready for it in March. I looked for an editor edited in March, toward the end of March. And then I found a formatter this month, and she was through today. She was finished with the order today. And I'm just like, oh my God. I didn't expect her to be ready so fast. I was thinking that it was going to be like a full 10 days, but it wasn't. She was ready super fast. And I looked at the interior design, I looked at the cover design, and I looked at the typesetting, like the fonts that she used and all that kind of stuff. And I am just like, oh my God, I'm just so amazed. It's so beautiful. She also did my logo design for my logo for my company, because I have a small business now and I'm so excited. It's going to be like my LLC for for my publishing company, because as a self-publisher, what we do is we publish books under our LLC. So that's what I'll be doing. And I decided to kind of like give it a name. So I'll be publishing books under my Womb Queening publishing company. That's what I decided to name my company. And I'm so excited about it. I love that I named it that. I love it. I love it. I love it because Womb Queen has such a special meaning to me. It is a name that I thought of, and I said, this is the name for my brand and everything about it. For my courses, it's the series to my courses as well. So um, I'm just so excited about it. I'm just like psyched. I'm like, yes, this is it. So she did the logo for my brand, and it is beautiful. I didn't feel like, even though I'm an artist myself, I did not feel like doing the logo. I could have done it, but I just did not feel like doing it. I wanted to collaborate with another artist, and she's an artist. So I want to see her perspective from it and like see what she would kind of come up with. I did the sketch, and then she kind of like took it from there, and she was like, bam, it's just so beautiful. There are a few things I want to change about the book, but other than that, it's just amazing. It just has to be tweaked a little bit, but it's awesome. Like, she did such a great job. But anyway, I want to say this is my first book. And sorry, you see me fanning. It's a little hot. And my air usually is perfect, but it's just so hot outside, I guess. Maybe that's why it's not doing. I'm gonna get it fixed. Anyway, I want to finish what I was talking about. I This is my first book, and I thought, like, I knew this moment would come where I would self-publish it out. I've always wanted to self-publish a book because I never really want to wait on a publishing company to do that for me. Just because a lot of publishing companies take forever, in my opinion, on noticing you, and you have to write, you know, query letters to different publishing companies. you have to do book proposals and all that kind of stuff. And I just did not want to go through the hassle of doing all of that, you know. And I could have spent money on somebody. I could have had somebody do that for me, write the proposals for me, write the queries for me, but I just didn't want to go through all of that, you know, and just having to wait on your career with it. And so I said, you know what? I think self-publishing is good for me. Then plus you get to keep all your royalties. So that's the good thing about it too. So self-publishing always did seem like it was better in my opinion. Plus, I have tried to publish through other entities like different magazines, and it just kind of like didn't really work out in my opinion. So yeah, that's why I decided to do self-publishing. But so I knew this day would come, but I didn't know it would come, if that makes sense. Like, it's not that I didn't have faith in myself, but I don't know. I just didn't think I could do it a couple years back. I was like, you know, you have to have all the money for that. You have to have money for a book cover person. You have to have money for like, you know, and before I decided to illustrate my own book, because I'm an artist, I thought about hiring somebody to do that. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, I need an illustrator. I need to pay an illustrator. I would have to pay an editor. I would have to pay this amazing, you know, editor. I would have to pay this formatter. I would have to do this and do that. And long story short, I kind of procrastinated on this dream. And I feel like you shouldn't do that. That you know, when we get caught up in our minds and our heads, we tend to procrastinate on our dreams and not realizing that that prevents us or stops us from doing the things that we want to do, and it also prevents us from opportunities. Because I know this one girl, and she makes a large sums of money. So she's like six figures and everything else. And she was talking about how she decided to just be free flowing, and you know, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to see where this goes. I'm going to see where this takes me. And she did it, and she ended up becoming a six-figure person. But that would have never happened if she had procrastinated. You see what I'm saying? And she said to herself, if I hadn't done this, this would have never happened. I would have never made this money and all of that. And so you save yourself time by not procrastinating. And I feel like inner work really does help with this. And that's why I'm so excited right now to talk about inner work, because last year is when I really started to do my inner work journey. I had always journaled ever since I was a young girl. I would always journal in my journal because I loved writing so much. I was such a writer and such a reader. So I would always do journaling, and I would always talk to myself in my journal and be like, oh my God, you know, dear diary, dear journal, this, dear blah, blah. And I would just write out my feelings, and it really did help. And then somewhere along the line, I kind of stopped doing it, kind of got away from it. And then I kind of got back into that probably, I say 2022 or 2022 really, because I started writing the poems for this book around that time. And then I started writing more poetry for the book in 2022. And that because I did the second draft, and then I was like, okay, this is a poetry book, poetry collection. So I started getting back more into writing, and it was so much fun. Then I discovered inner work in 2023. And then I got in contact with my mentor. I started taking her courses, and I just was blown away. And when that happened, I said to myself, you know, I have a dream to publish a book, and I'm going to do that in 2024. Like, why can't I do that? Why can't I release this book and self-publish it? This is my dream. I've always wanted to self-publish a book. I've always wanted to self-publish a novel, and a poetry one at that. So what's holding me back? What's keeping me from doing this? Nothing. I have a job, I have the funds in order to get everything done for the book, like the editing, copyright, ISBN number. What else am I missing? Like the paints, in order to do the illustrations myself. And so that lowered the cost significantly because I'm an artist. I can draw my own illustrations. So the only thing I needed help with was the formatting and the editing. And I had the money for that. So I said, well, while I have the money, why don't I pay for all that stuff to be done? And I did. And I'm gonna say this. It's not like I didn't have the funds before. Like I say in 2021, 2022, I had all of those things. And for some reason, I just could not get those things done. And I believe it was because I was in an abusive relationship. The person that I was in a relationship with, he was very abusive. I've talked about this before on my channel. And I just could not focus when I was with him. Like I was able to write poetry because I started a schedule and I would wake up in the morning and I would write poetry like around like 5 to 6 a.m. in the morning. So I was dedicated, you all. And I believe it was like, if it wasn't 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, it was probably like 9 a.m. or something like that. But it was really early. Like it was like, well, not even 9. I think it was like 8. It was around that range from 6 a.m. to like that 7, 8 range. It was around that range. And I would wake up every morning faithfully and just write whatever was coming to mind in that morning, in that moment, I would write. And he hated that. He was like, why are you always writing? Like, what's wrong with you? And that's another thing, too. When you see people discouraging you from your work and they're very negative, you have to get from around those people. And that's exactly what I did. I got out of that abusive relationship and now I'm on my own, thriving. So always that's a part of inner work too. Remove yourself from people who are abusive and ask yourself, journal, you know, journal. And I'm sorry, I had to look here too, because this is the live and then this is the regular recording. Um, Also journal. When you journal about these people, like ask yourself, are they bringing anything to your life? Are they helping you thrive? Are they encouraging you? If you say no to any of those questions, or and your answer is they're not supporting me, they're not doing anything for me. I'm sorry, the lawnmower guy is outside cutting the grass. If you say that to yourself, then you should cut them off completely in your life. You shouldn't have them in your life at all. And that's who I had in my life. I had a person like that, a discouraging person. And the thing about it is, I feel like he had narcissistic tendencies too, because he would tell me, oh, you can do this and you can do that. Yeah, I support you. But the moment that I would do the things that I wanted to do and that I was passionate about and I had dreams for, he would like shut it down, cut it down. And he just hated I would wake up in the morning and write like that. And so it got to a point where since he couldn't stand it in the morning, I would just go to another room and write. And then he didn't like that at all. So you can't please those kind of people. So just cut them out of your life completely. And that's what I did. Um, but yes, not just that though. Let's get back on like the inner work portion. I feel like inner work really did help me because I realized that I had been procrastinating on a dream. I realized that I had had negative people in my life that were preventing me or some kind of way hindering me from going after this dream. So I got rid of all those things and I started to get focused this year. And I said, you know what? I'm not holding back. I'm going to get everything done. And that's what I did. Today was proof of that. You don't know how it felt to literally wake up. Well, wake up this morning, get up, go to work, and do what I have to do at work. Service my participants. I'm a WIC peer counselor, so And after I'm off of work, I look on the Fiverr dashboard and I see that she's done. It was just so fulfilling to me to see that and to just actually get a chance to look at the work, look at what I have done. Like look at my poetry, look at it in a finished way in a book. People are going to read this book, you know? I mean, I'm going to have it available in the Lulu bookstore. I've decided to go through Lulu and publish, where I'm gonna make it available the book on Lulu, and then Lulu is gonna distribute it to Amazon, and I think Lulu puts it on like other platforms as well. So yeah, and I just feel like it's I don't know, it's just so amazing. And like I said, don't don't hold yourself back. I mean, I tell people you are tremendously, you don't know how much you are holding yourself back when you procrastinate and when you are surrounded by negativity, when you are cleansing your area, cleansing your space, cleansing your energy, and you are, if you're in the course, if you're in my course, Beautiful Light Energy course, that is the course equivalent to my book, which is of the same name that's coming out, that the book that I'm talking about. If you're in my course, you know, you know that cleansing your energy and your space, especially your womb space as a woman, is so important because you cannot really thrive around negativity. Because when I was in that relationship, notice how I was able to be creative because women are creative. Women are able to be creative and they are able to, spill out, or should I say spew? How do you say it? Spew out? What's the word for it? Like they are able to create in such an abundance. And, they are able to be so abundant. Women are creative naturally. That's the feminine. The feminine is creative. So notice how I was able to create in that toxic environment because I am a woman. I still will be able to create, but notice also how I was blocked in a sense. I wasn't as free flowing as I am now. I wasn't able to paint or draw. I bought a sketchbook with the intention of drawing in it and painting in it during that time period. But I did not sketch, I did not draw or paint in that sketchbook until, like, let's say, how can I put it, until like late last year to this whole year. And I'm serious, literally. And I bought that sketchbook like probably 2021 or 2022, and I didn't paint in it for like 2 whole years, sounds like. I had to have bought that sketchbook probably like toward the end of 2020, I want to say. I can't really remember because things, time goes so fast and the years go by so fast. But I bought that book like way ahead of time with the intentions of painting, drawing, and sketching. And I never did anything in it until now, when I start to, take control and start to get business done. I am so sorry about the lawnmower in the back, you all. Sorry, didn't know the lawnmower guy would be uh doing that in the background. If you can hear it, because sometimes people cannot hear, because sometimes people are like, what are you talking about? I can't hear anything in the background. Anyway, um, yeah, I did not do anything in that sketchbook for a very long time until now. And I know that's because I was blocked. In terms of like, I feel like my feminine was wounded, and I was blocked in that way. So I had wounded energy, wounded feminine energy. That's what I had. And I could not create, although my masculine may have been really good, but I just could not create. Because I feel like my masculine has always been really good because I was able to get up in the morning and write everything out. You know what I mean? That's masculine, having structure, you know, getting up in the morning, you know, even this is masculine, being um uh disciplined enough in order to get on YouTube and create these videos. You have to have a masculinity energy for that. We have to have a balance of both masculine and feminine energy. And I learned that from my mentor. So that's true. But my feminine was wounded because I could not do anything around him. You know what I mean? When I was in that abusive relationship. So it wasn't until I got away from toxicity, away from negativity, and I started to do more inner work. I started to look into myself and uncover my shadow side and figure out what I wanted in life and what was my purpose. That was when I started to thrive and get things done. I don't think I would have ever launched a course in January, which I did. I'm going to relaunch it pretty soon along with my book. I'm working on relaunching that, but I would have never launched my course in January. I would have never got this book done ever if I hadn't have done those things. If I hadn't have never done inner work, if I had have never got away from toxicity, negativity, and really worked on myself as a person, as a woman, I don't think I would be right here making this video. I don't think that my course would be launched in January of this year. I don't think that my book will be coming out on Mother's Day and all of this kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think my book would be done at all. I don't think it would be edited. I don't think that the poems would be written. I don't think that any of those things would be done if I hadn't have, if I if I had not sat down with myself and asked myself, I'm sorry, what's going on with you? Why do you have this limiting belief? Why are you limiting yourself as a person? What's going on with you? Let's get down to the point and figure out what's going on with you. Why do you do this and why do you do that? Which is what inner work is about. It's about responding to these prompts. But when you respond to these inner work prompts, it's like magic happens. It's like a sense of magic starts to begin, and you start writing, and everything is just so exciting. And you start to really kind of like understand why you do the things you do, or why you have the limiting beliefs that you have. And once you start to understand that you have those limiting beliefs, you are able to kind of just really get rid of them right then and there. And it's just so awesome. You know what I mean? It's just like undeniable. You're able to, because when you reflect and then you analyze, you observe your reflection, and that reflection, that analyzation helps you discover what's wrong, get to the root of the problem, and then fix the root. And that's just so amazing to me. And that's what I've done. And like, it's like inner work has really changed my life. I feel like investing in myself last year to this year, to the rest of this year with my mentors courses, I've done a lot of work. And even with my own course, I'm just so amazed at my work. Like, when I look at it, like, I even watch my own course sometimes, which is amazing, you all. Like, I look at it and I be like watching the videos and I'm like, oh my God, I did such a good job. Like, what? This is so amazing. Like, I can't believe this, you know? So it's just, I don't know. It's just amazing. Like, I love it. Like, when you can watch your own course and you can like watch all the videos, you can do the curriculum, and you know what's in it, even though you've done the videos for it, because I have video sessions in my course, and along with resources, inner work resources and stuff like that to do in the poetry. Some of the poetry from my book is in the course. But when you can go over yourself and you can look at the videos even though you know what's in it, that's amazing. Like that means that it's a really good course because you're watching it yourself and you are the creator. So I just love it. I'm proud of the course. I'm proud of the book. It looks amazing. The formatter did an amazing job. I'm still working with her on some things that I'm tweaking. But other than that, it's ready. And I'm so excited. I can't wait till launch day gets here. I can't wait till the pre-sale happens, and I can't wait for you all to buy it because I know you all are going to come out and support, you know. But that's what I want to talk about. I just really want to talk about it. I apologize for this video being kind of sporadic in a sense because usually I'll do like a little script, but I did want this video to be kind of free flowing in a sense. So yeah, just forgive me for that. I know it was a little sporadic, but I had to come on here and say something right quick because I'm just so proud of myself. If you haven't already, please check out my vlog that I did of my experience with getting ready for the book and everything, getting ready to publish it and stuff. I talk about, you know, the paints that I bought for my illustrations. I talk about the price of the copyright in my vlog, and you know, ISBN prices. If you're interested in doing your own book publishing, self-publishing your own book, or you're trying to be a self-publishing author, you want to know about LLCs with self-publishing and all that kind of good stuff, make sure that you do check out that vlog if you're interested. I would love for you to watch and tell me what you think about it and comment on that vlog as well as comment on this video. Don't be shy. I love comments. I want to hear you. I want to hear your voice. Um, Also, be on the lookout for another video that I will be uploading tomorrow, and that's called, you know, limiting beliefs. I talk about limiting beliefs a little bit further in that book. I mean, not book. I was gonna say video. In that video, I talk about limiting beliefs. Oh, the book is on my mind. I'm so funny, but it's on my mind, so that's why I said it. But I talk a little bit more about limiting beliefs a little bit further in that book. So in that video. So sorry about that. I talk about limiting beliefs and how they can kind of just stop you and what you can do about them and how you can break the habit of limiting beliefs and kind of like how you can observe them and kind of just get rid of them altogether. So be sure to check out that video. That video is going to be really good. That'll be uploaded tomorrow. But other than that, yes, 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 I love you all. I love you for watching. Whoever is watching the recording, love you, and I love whoever came on the live. Yeah, just so excited about life, so excited about everything, and yeah, I'm just psyched right now. Just God is so good and love God. I always believe in not necessarily. I'm not religious, but I do believe in a higher power, and that was present today. Like I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to have gotten my book formatted, so grateful to have got it copyrighted, just grateful all the way around about everything. And I'm so proud of myself. All right. Well, bye. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.